And who you play?
My character and who I play. My character and who I play is called Basho. You work on it. Whatever. He's a character that Wayne Simon and the producers let me go free rein on. Improv, we did a lot of improv, Sharlto here. We had the pleasure of working with him for a brief scene. I've been a big fan of him since District 9. Yes, District 9. And yeah, I think the script was very original. It felt very, well, it's influenced and inspired by a lot of things, and it comes out something that's quite unique, and I think we were just allowed to take the reins and just improv and the improvisations in this whole thing. Unfortunately, we have to edit it out, but yeah, we were allowed to go into, I went crazy with the character, and just like Sharlto, and I'm rambling right now. I know what else to say. I'm a Scorpio. I like long walks down the beach.
I'm just noticing that they did the same thing to me that they did at the premiere, where basically you're on a panel. Okay, so my brother is a singer-songwriter, and he has been for over a decade. And I went to watch him play, like, I've probably seen 50 gigs that he would play like as he was going up. And you know this thing musicians have to do, where you have to go to a restaurant and you start playing and nobody's listening to you. And some people are listening, like there's a few people listening, but everyone's sitting at the bar, making a noise. You guys have done it to us again. And I was just like, okay, I mean, it's a challenge. I like it. I mean, I like the challenge. I like that there's people here, but yeah, you do sort of have to see if you can get the attention of the people listening and sort of have everyone dancing by the end. But this was a fun project, man, and thank you, Andrew, for the compliments about the improv. But he was a massively awesome improv surprise. So the two of us just had a whale of a time making the scenes that we did together.
I think we had to add 5 shoot days just for all the improv these guys were giving us. It was just gold. It just kept coming.
We have a behind-the-scenes comedy movie, probably. We should probably do that, actually, a little behind the scenes. There's a lot of funny stuff.
We do have it, and we're actually working on that at the moment.
See, look, job secured. So, did any of your improv moments end up on film then?
None of them.
Character.
I am so fortunate that I have a character with maybe the coolest name that's ever been created, June 27th, which if we get to kind of create the multiverse of Boy Kills World, you will find out that is her name because of her origin story. But she is just this completely badass female assassin. And I felt so lucky because I've never done an action film before. And a huge part of this for me was working on the physicality of her with my 2 incredible stunt doubles, Nadine and Jackie, and working with our amazing fight choreographer and our entire fight team, who were like just truly fluid out of the, like my mind was blown every single day on set by the things I was learning and also what they were doing. And I got to learn like 17 different kinds of martial arts. And I got to, even one day Yayan, who is a legend, would train with me in the gym. And after, I called my husband one day after he had come in and offered to help me work on things. And my husband Eric was like, you realize that there are tech millionaires who would pay like $100 million to train with Yayan for just 10 minutes. You just had like an experience that people would trip over themselves for. But it was such an incredible experience. Cape Town is amazing. And I just love June because she is filled with fire. She is a ferocious tiger trapped in a cage. And I also love that the story kind of has some unexpected surprises when it comes to her and some really cool reveals.
Great job.
Some stuff to share with us. So you want to share some of those clips with the audience?
You're predicated on big white male stars. That needs to change. they're badass female stars, like the one behind me here, that really need a platform. You know, there's mixed race, like my really, really good friend over here, his ability to tell stories with his body. This guy is championing so many creative projects that are so local in flavor that the world needs to see, you know, that will make Game of Thrones or, you know, Three Body Problem or whatever, you know, look pretty average, you know, but we need to start getting behind these things, and we need to start, if we want to, you know, affect the change, we've got to be the change. And so, you know, every single little person, why did we choose Comic-Con? Because these are our people, you know, we love the crazy flag, you know, we raise it every single morning, and we see a fair amount of that here. So, if we want to see things, firstly, we need to start supporting those things. We need to start getting behind those things. You know, gaming, animation, you know, these are creative arts where we can create them right now, and we can compete globally. And we don't have to spend 30, 40 years catching up from an infrastructure perspective or whatever it is, trying to catch up there. So I really want to encourage people, you know, from that perspective, and, you know, be an example.
All right, so I'm gonna go to my friend via the Zoom. I'm waving at you on the screen, but like I know that, you know, you're clearly there. So you're on set, you're filming. Clearly, you were doing this during COVID, so they're, you know, sticking stuff up your nose every day. Who's on set making sure that everybody's in a good mood?
Oh my gosh, I feel like we had so many hype people. All of our producers were coming to.
We started, the first time I saw the short was the 5th of February. I think we had the rights on the end of February, 2021. And we started shooting mid-February, 2022. You know, the universe thought we needed another challenge, so there was the Omicron wave that surfaced just at that time. And we got our shoot done by about the 7th of April. Post took forever because we just chose a really complicated, you know, thing, trying to get a very complicated story told, and it's kind of narrated in a sense with the voiceover. So that's another, I'm not sure I'll do that again, you know, that scenario. But then we had another crazy event where Hollywood decides they're going to strike, and I think it's the biggest strike in history.
Biggest and longest double strike.
So you weren't allowed to work at all, it was down tools. But we still had dates, we still had events, we were still launching at the Toronto Film Festival, and so you figure it out, you know. So, but from start to finish for us, probably just over 3 years, from start to finish for Moritz, who birthed the idea. I think he's approaching 8. So it's a bit of a sojourn.
And for our actors, first time hearing the script, to get cast, to be on set, what did that time frame look like?
We come in pretty late to the pitch.
We do, don't we? We have the good jobs, man. I've done their job, and we've done our job, and I'm just like, I want this job. Man.
You gonna do this?
Yes, I think so.
We have to put up with this every day.
Every day. No, beach. Yeah, beach, let's beach.
And then we'll go shoot, yeah?
Yeah, it's fine. Just call him, tell him we'll come to, just tell him we did like 1 more hour. Just that'll be fine.
2 hours, 2 hours.
Yeah.
Every day we have to deal with that.
Honestly, acting is an amazing job. If you can get it, oh God, it's way less time than that. What did I did like a small role on this, supporting the guys, came in, bang, like 3 weeks in Cape Town, of which, no, like a month in Cape Town at the beach, maybe shot 5 days. And I'm here, and it's just like, oh, I remember you guys. How's it going? And they're like,
Sharlto's not being totally truthful because, you know, by virtue of the fact that he worked with us now, he's settled with the friendship curse.
there is that problem.
And now we cry on his shoulder, oh, why? And he's like, it's going to be okay. It's going to be okay. You know?
We'll see another cut. How's it going? You know, it's like, we tried, it's 3 hours long. What do we do? I'm like, just keep going, guys. I'll watch the cut.
Yeah, my incredibly, normally unacceptable by public standards, deep female rage. But what it's
Tell the audience your story, Jess. How you got involved.
Oh, my story. I read the script. So there was someone else cast. They dropped out or couldn't do it for some reason. And so there was this flurry, which happens sometimes. And when it happens, as the person who then gets the call to meet on it, you're like, ooh, this is amazing. I'm so glad this person decided not to do this project. And I read the script and was completely obsessed. So then I started thinking about how I could possibly get this job. And in my house, we have a fireplace. And I decided that I would like sit in front of this fireplace so it would be moody and weird. And then we talked about